off. Josh just moved into his new apartment, so more streaming for Josh. We're also here with Noah, and we are here with Cheyenne,
Yes.
and we are here today to rank almost all of the Naruto characters, like we've been waiting for. I think our third podcast ever was a Naruto discussion, and we just did the Akatsuki. So today we're not going to really be talking about the show, but we're going to be ranking all the characters. It's going to be very exciting. How do you guys feel about today's prerogative?
No, start us off.
Yeah, I'll start us off. I mean, for me, Naruto is where it all started for me. So Saturday nights on Toonami. So I'm always down to talk to Naruto.
Honestly, I was kind of down on the original Naruto because it's like from memories, all I remember was everyone was annoying. Believe it, every like 5 seconds. But like rewatching it, I was like, I like it.
You're starting to come down to us. You're starting to understand.
Well, I did appreciate One Punch Man more because I was like, wow, they should have started hitting before they finished the speech. This is kind of crazy.
All right, go. How about you, Josh?
Oh man, Naruto right up there it's in my top 3. Just because again, like it's my first anime that I watched. I mean, it really hits home. I got a bunch of tattoos as well. Got the kunai. I can't get the right angle on my camera, but but yeah, dude, I love Naruto to death, man. It's definitely right up there for me.
Okay, I actually found a better tier list, so we're going to use this one instead. I'm going to edit them on stream, but we are going to just basically rank all the important characters because we're not going to do like 1,000 something what. But we're going to do A, we're going to do S, we're going to do A plus, B, C, D, and then we need an F because it's like okay, but. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. We're just going to hop right into it. You see, we'll just get to it. All right, so the first one, this is third Hokage. This is what's this whole Hiruzen,
yeah.
Sabu something. I thought it's
Sarutobi.
Hiruzen,
yeah, same thing.
How you guys feel about Hiruzen? I mean, he's a Hokage.
I'll start with Hiruzen. Okay. I think as a ninja, Hiruzen is an A plus to S tier ninja for sure, but as a person, he's terrible. He's a terrible person. He's the worst person ever. He looked Minato in his eyes on his dying breath and was like, I'm going to take care of your kid. This kid's eating fucking sour milk and ramen every night. Talking about, I'm going to take care of your kid. He gave him a little apartment and was like, all right, take it easy. This kid's a fucking child. I can almost guarantee that from babyhood to where he could live by himself, I guarantee Hiruzen had no parts of that. He was just sending people over there to like take care of this bull. So as a person, he's terrible.
Even at that, like I just don't think I don't even think he sent people over. I feel like if that was the truth, he wouldn't have him having like expired milk and stuff. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like he really had my man down bad, struggling for food. Like this man was broke every week, talking about I need to get a mission to get some money. Like it's terrible. But as a ninja, he's obviously regarded as one of the most powerful. Like he's definitely one of the more powerful Hokage and Kage in general. But as a person, he's terrible.
All right. Wait, are we doing power scaling or are we doing favoritism? I totally forgot about that too.
We can do overall likeness of the characters.
I like that. Okay. So Hiruzen,
we can add power in there too, though. Because like all these characters are semi-powerful when it comes down to it in general. Like for the most part.
In that case, I mean, I like Hiruzen's concept, but that right there, your description, he that's going to knock him down like a lot.
Definitely.
You left my man's to struggle. I will put him like dang, like that makes me want to put him at a D. That kind of sounds really bad now.
I agree.
I think
person he was trashed to not only Naruto, but Orochimaru. The whole reason why he came back to destroy the village was because the third Hokage was just letting people's parents die left and right. Like,
that's true.
He was trash.
And he's the one who basically put Itachi in that terrible situation, even though he knew Danzo was the one that was doing the bad shit.
That part.
Like, he knew Danzo was doing this horrible stuff behind the scenes, but he chose to let that continue and let Itachi shoulder his problems and the village's whole issues when he should be the one doing that.
Yeah, like when he came back into the Hokage position, he was just over it. Like, he was not doing the things to make the Leaf Village successful. The whole time during the Chunin exams, he was like, Sand Village is acting kind of off. Let's proceed. Like,
all right.
What are you doing?
All right, so I guess this is. I mean, I think I'll base it off of our comments. I mean, I think this is a Hiruzen roast session. So where are we going to put Hiruzen at? Where are we going?
His ninja abilities would be the only thing for me that would keep him above, like at an A or a B. But like straight off character.
How about you, Josh?
Yeah, I mean, again, for all the reasons for his character, he's definitely, out of all the Hokage, he definitely is very questionable in terms of his leadership. Because, I mean, you gotta look, when you're supposed to be the Hokage, you're responsible to take care of the whole village. That's your main job. And I get it, at times it can be a lot of pressure and it can be a lot to handle. But I completely agree. I lost respect for him, the way how he handled the whole Danzo situation. It's unacceptable. But in terms of a ninja, though, he is definitely powerful as heck. I mean, even in old Naruto, too, I mean, Orochimaru at that time, it was just on another level. And this man was like way past his prime and still was able to throw hands against Orochimaru. So his power alone is definitely around like A+ tier, but overall character is definitely like D and F. He's definitely not. He was a trash Hokage. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I mean, I just for his power alone, I gotta put him at least a B. Just
do power.
I would do that.
That's because I know if we put him at D, everyone's gonna be like, yo, like this power strong as heck. That's just based off of power alone, though. Other than that, though, he's a trash Hokage, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. Terrible human being.
Go ahead, Cheyenne.
I guess some of his only good points was that he was like a good teacher. Like, he taught Hitachi, he taught the three legendary Shonin. But that's the only good parts.
So we can go out of order a little bit. We can get some of the easier ones out real quick. Let's go part 1 Naruto. I mean, part 1, you know, we can do Shippuden Naruto right after. But part 1 Naruto, I mean, he is a. I remember Cheyenne explained him. He is a spoiled brat. Not even that. He's just like, he's annoying. There you go. Yeah. He's annoying. There you go. And I agree. He is annoying. His heart's in the right place though. But yeah, he is annoying. It's fun to see his development though. I respect his drive. I liked him specifically in the Chunin exams arc, in the Sasuke rescue arc. But yeah, you know, he grows on you eventually, and I think he grows on a lot of characters inside the show eventually. But I like part 1 Naruto, but not too high. I will put him at like a B, just because his personality can get a little annoying. Just like how Asta in Black Clover at the very beginning, I was like, I can't watch this, you know. But he grows on you. How do you feel about part 1 Naruto, Cheyenne?
Okay, so honestly, it's like I feel like he has the most amount of reason to be so freaking annoying. Like, some people are just outright rude. Like, Sasuke is just fucking rude. And he grew up with a family. Naruto legitimately didn't have shit. Like, he obviously pulled those pranks to get attention. He was obviously loud as hell because it's like he was his own cheerleader. So I think Naruto is very likable. Just as a kid, I was like, this shit don't make no sense. He's yelling in my ears. I'm sickened. He's making a speech every other hour. But, you know, current me would rank him at A.
Okay. How about you, Josh?
Yeah, I'm at least putting Kid Naruto at A above one of the trash Hokage.
Right.
But yeah, because I mean, you gotta understand his upbringing. Like he started from he didn't have a mom or dad. Like, I mean, that's really hard. I don't even know how he's able to. It's one of the greatest like success stories out of like a lot of the anime and stuff. And I mean, it's he can definitely get annoying at times. I get it, but I mean, he's doing it because he has to do it. And my fault, guys. If you guys, I'm by a train, so that the train is
You're
going.
perfectly
we
fine.
can't hear it.
even
Yeah, I can't hear it
You're
at all.
good.
Yeah, no, we
No.
can't hear it.
But yeah, I'll put Kid Naruto at least at an A.
Do you co-sign that now?
I'm gonna be honest. I think Kid Naruto is an A+ or an S character.
Oh, wow, okay.
I think the amount of moments. I think I like how Cheyenne, you said he was came up with nothing and no family or nothing. But I feel like he was the most grown up. Like he was grown up and not grown up at the same time. Like he had this. I think it set the standard for Naruto as a character, as that idealistic kid that never changed. He remained idealistic throughout Shippuden, Naruto, and everything. And I feel like that like set the tone. All these moments with Gaara, with Haku and Zabuza, like all these grown up moments that are like so. They just encompass him as a character. Like that's just like that's just his character, and he never like strayed from that path, even from the beginning to the end. Like he was always like the same in a sense. So like I don't know. I feel like I love Kid Naruto. He is annoying, but I feel like the serious moments that he brought to the table in like original Naruto were just like unforgettable. I don't know.
I'm gonna meet you there. I'm down with A+. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, definitely hearing the reasonings and stuff too.
Yeah.
Like I can co-sign that. I mean, he did learn the Rasengan too. As
that's what I'm saying. Like he's learned like so many things.
Now, like I know, like his dad like provided like the groundwork of it, but I mean, but I mean, like it's very hard to learn that as a kid.
I'm not gonna include this Naruto because it's basically the same thing, but should put in Naruto. So how do we feel about this one? This one's matured a little bit more. I think this one honestly grinded for. I mean, the other one grinded for what he needed to, but like this one, I feel like we got a lot more understanding of Naruto's backstory in Shippuden, about how he actually feels with his emotions. Like I think we got to know Naruto more as a character, as a person in part 2, where in part 1 it was more so learning about Naruto's like dreams and his determination and everything. So I did enjoy the deep dives, like him finding out about his parents and everything, and even though on a regular anime fan level, I don't like the talk no jutsu crap, but the way he convinces like people like Nagato and Obito, it just like change your ways and all stuff. Like I get it, okay, whatever. I don't like it, but I like it, So it's fine. I always think about when I think about Naruto and Sasuke at the end of the show, like the big fight, where they're all giant and everything. They just whipped everything out. It was so awesome to watch. So I like this Naruto as well. I think he's pretty high. Noah, how did you feel about Shippuden Naruto?
I couldn't agree more, and I think Shippuden brought that aspect, like you said. It was more about Naruto like experiencing these things and learning like about the world and how the world really is, and like what the burden that he really has to shoulder, and like that was like this whole child of prophecy destiny, like that it went from. Like Hokage was always the dream, but then it went from that to being more of a serious, like this is like what I'm here to do and what I want to do. And I'd agree. It's the same. S A+ character, like, for sure. Like
Cheyenne, Josh, do you guys agree with that?
I think it's a little hard because one, I forgot there was an A+, so I would definitely put young Naruto an A+ if I had known. But it's like Naruto original was kind of like the journey of becoming a hero. And it's like everyone talks about that part with Gaara where, I mean, some people forget how scared Naruto was of Gaara at first, even when he saw himself in it. But once they were able to like fight in the forest, he realized that he's not only fighting to protect his friends, but he's fighting to bring out the love in others. And I think Shippuden really like took that and ran with it. So yeah, I love Shippuden Naruto because he brings like an unbreakable faith in everyone to an extent. And that's really what got him through the Great War with Pain and everyone else. So I would say S tier.
I agree.
Yeah, I
That was
agree.
big. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. You got to put Naruto Shippuden right there at S tier. You guys all hit all the points I wanted to talk about right on the nail. So definitely S tier, without a doubt.
Right. Next, we might as well talk about the rival. So you can start off, Josh. How do you feel about Kid Sasuke?
I'm not gonna lie to you. When I watched when I watched Naruto as a kid, I hated Kid Sasuke. He got on my damn nerves. Like he was just like this douchebag that like everyone, like all the ladies really like loved and stuff like that. But I mean, I understand like where he was coming from. I mean, your brother literally murders like your whole clan and stuff. So like that's definitely like mad traumatizing and stuff. But I would probably put Kid Sasuke right up there with Naruto. Now I would put Kid Sasuke behind Naruto at A+, because I mean what Sasuke means to the whole anime, the whole Naruto series in like a general like aspect. I mean, Sasuke during his time learned Chidori. I loved what Kakashi did, how he trained Sasuke. I really like that. And even the prequel, now I do know everything that went crazy in the tuning exams with Orochimaru and stuff. But that beginning of Sasuke and Gaara fight was definitely dope, where he was able to land that Chidori and make Gaara bleed for the first time ever. Like, I mean, that's definitely really dope. That fight was definitely that was one of the most likable fights I liked. Even like when him and Rock Lee sparred a little bit in the beginning. Now, like Rock Lee, it was great to see
put hands on him real quick.
He put hands on him, but it was good though. Like that really humbled Sasuke, because I feel like Sasuke needed that because he is very powerful, but he needs to get humbled.
He got humbled twice, actually. He got humbled when him and Naruto had that little fight, and Naruto blew out the whole water tank, and he had a little drip drop coming out the back.
Exactly. So, I mean, and even in the Sasuke rescue arc, I mean, him and Naruto, that final showdown when they were kids, definitely one of the best anime fights up there. So, I mean, I did like the end result. I did like the end fight of Naruto and Sasuke, but I did like the kid fight a lot. I really did. So I would put Kid Sasuke right there at A+, right behind Naruto.
A+ right behind Naruto. I'm with that. I mean, I think Kid Sasuke is a little bit like, I don't know if this is mean or anything, but like emo-ish, but like I still think that works. He is that he gives me like rich juice.
He's a crybaby, like low key.
It's like I don't know, but it's fun to see like a Sasuke going on the right path and like not being corrupted. I think he's fine up until he sees that the good way isn't really working for him, and that's where he starts going the bad way. But like it was fun to see him like, oh, I have friends, people care about me. Like he was growing as a person. He was like the leader of the three of them. I think Sakura and Naruto both looked up to him until he started changing his own ways. But I personally should put him more. We'll get to him in a second. But yeah, I'm with that, Josh. Noah, Cheyenne, do you guys agree with that?
No.
Yeah. Oh.
I mean, I don't like Kid Sasuke as much, so I would put him in like A, but obviously he's about the third Hokage. It's just that like
I could also agree with that.
Yeah, I would say
I can agree too.
he was too much of a leader. Like you're supposed to get some intel from the other people that you're working with. Instead, he was like, I need to be able to save them both. I need to be able to do this. I couldn't take down a giant sand monster. What does Naruto have that I don't? It's like he has a whole ass demon. That's what he has. Okay,
that's what I'm saying.
Just chill out.
That's what I think. Like Sasuke's not a baby, but he was a baby at the same time. Like it's not like he would be complaining, but wouldn't be complaining at the same. It's like, bro, you're not gonna just jump to your brother's level, like like that. Like it's not. It doesn't work like that. And I feel like he thought because he's an Uchiha that that's how it's supposed to work. And like, I don't know.
No, I remember one of the lines he said. He's like, "I need to kill a special someone."
Yeah.
I was like,
weirdo.
okay, Zord, okay.
Yeah, Kakashi was like that too. He was like, "Okay."
Yeah.
They are alike though, Kakashi and Sasuke.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's crazy how alike they are. They're assholes, to be frank.
So, Shia, how do you feel about Shippuden of Sasuke then? Or, I mean, yeah, Shia, how do you feel about it?
All right, I'm gonna be honest. As a person, I hated Sasuke's episodes. It's like if he wasn't talking to Naruto, I didn't care. So it's like, do I like Sasuke as a character? No. Will I disrespect him by putting him below the third Hokage? Absolutely not. So
No.
I'll say A because he had a goal. He didn't let Orochimaru like take over. He was able to like take him down, in fact. And so I like that he set out to be as strong as possible, did that, and didn't get super manipulated like everyone else, even though he was manipulated. But you also can't fight like 4,000 years of manipulation.
How about you, Noah and Josh? Do you guys agree with that?
Yeah, I'd agree. I think I liked like the older Sasuke, and I liked there's like they touched on him, like you would only see him fight, like you didn't get much of this age Sasuke because it was more like you would just get glimpses of like him doing fights or him doing stuff with Kirin and Jugo and
B
water guy, yeah, and like you saw those fights, and honestly, I mean, I think Sasuke got big plot armor on most of his fights, and when he was this age, I mean, think about the fight with B, first of all, the fight with what's his name, fucking explosion guy.
Deidre.
Yeah, Deidre, Raikage as well, like him getting out of there, you know, like. But I would never disrespect. I do like Sasuke because I liked that he was a savage, though. Like he knew what he wanted to do. He was a savage about what he wanted to do, and I like that. So I definitely wouldn't put him anywhere below A.
I don't know if you guys remember, I'm a huge villain fan, and he was giving me villain vibes for a little bit. I don't. So the path he was going, I don't blame him because I don't know how I would feel if like if I had an older brother and he killed every single person that I knew and cared about, and then people who they care, So I can't tell him what's right or wrong. And then you find out that the place you've been living in and people have been teaching you have been hiding secrets that they actually set your brother up to do certain things, and I would feel a little upset too. I'd be like, all right, so y'all manipulated me. You knew I was going to kill my brother. I killed my brother just to find out that you guys actually told him to do this. But I like to see, call me corrupted. I like to see crazy people, and he was losing his mind. And he had balls to go to a Kage summit and try to fight for Kage. And I don't know if he actually expected to leave that alive. I like that he killed Danzo. I'll say that. Yeah, he lost his way, and he reeled it back. But I'm with that. We can put him at A. I'm with that.
Danzo still got off easy.
Oh, real quick. We can knock out Danzo now. He's
Danzo
trash, right?
got off easy. Yeah,
Danzo's F, right?
Danzo's F. Yeah. If you respect Danzo, I don't respect you.
Is anyone a Danzo defender here? Josh, Cheyenne, are you Danzo?
But I mean, if we're talking about
not this.
Not like this.
All right, go ahead.
Who was a greater villain than this dude? Like he had the whole
Danzo sucked, man.
He was about to take over the Leaf Village like 3 different times. The amount of shit he was able to do.
You gotta think about it though. He got Shizui killed.
He's not
for no
likable,
reason.
But as a villain,
Shizui was going to try to convince. He was going to use the Sharingan on the Uchiha leader to make them not do the war. But then for some reason, Danzo was like, "No, I need your Sharingan," and then he just approached him and tried to take his eye for no reason. Like
iconic.
This guy's a fool.
Iconic. Who could do that? Who else could do what Danzo did?
Anyone who doesn't have common sense.
Technically, Danzo did lose that fight though. If he doesn't have the other like Sharingan
the
eyes on his arm, because
yeah.
he put him in the Genjutsu. Like Shusui put him in the Genjutsu, but then he just used the whatever it's called, the eye jutsu, the Izumi or whatever on his arm.
Yeah.
And
The
got out.
Yeah.
Orochimaru wanted a pair of eyes with a single human body.
I hate
Danzo
Danzo.
got like 12 pairs of eyes.
He really did though. He really came up. That's crazy.
I know. Yeah, when he showed all them damn eyes, I was like, God damn.
Like I've never been more fearful.
And he got him activated too. So like,
and he did get whacked. Yes, he did.
The revenge was too strong on that one.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Back to Sasuke real quick because I mean he ends up fighting Danzo. I mean, I gotta put him at least ahead of Kid Naruto. Gotta at least give him that respect.
I agree.
That's fast.
I give him that.
Nah. Why? What do you
know? I'm kind of with that as well. Like,
I mean, you could put it. All right, I'll meet you halfway. We could go there.
Yeah, because I mean, I'm more towards Isaiah with Sasuke. Because you find out that the whole village, like the village that you grew up and raised in, had some problematic people that got.
I'm not going to be like,
I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I see where Sasuke was coming from. I would probably do some similar stuff. I mean, if I find out that my older brother that ended up wiping out my family was set up by the village that has created all these ninja and stuff, yeah, I would feel some type of way too. And I would find as much power as possible. I mean, it's definitely a wild backstory. That
bro, I'm not going to be like, oh, my whole family was manipulated and killed. I'll be okay. No, don't worry. Like I'm gonna be like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna at least try and kill some of the leaders. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you,
especially in this universe.
The way Sasuke would redirect his anger like an Ouija board, he would just hear words and be like, okay, we're on this target. We're on this target. We're on this target. It's like he did not take a second to just think for himself and be like, what do I want? Hitachi did what he wanted. The Leaf Village did what he wanted. What do I want? He never sat down to just be like, what do I do after I kill all these people?
Yeah, he didn't really have a plan. Now,
and that's where after the Naruto fight, he ended up growing in that aspect. But I don't know if there's like an adult Sasuke on there, but
there is, but it's not.
I can't even talk about adult Sasuke now with that.
That's why I'm like well, real quick. I mean, we can knock out some more of these F tiers real quick. 10-10, goodbye.
10-10, sorry, 10-10.
Trash.
10-10 had less screen time than a swing.
She might have dated. I think wasn't she in talks of date? Who did she date? Is it?
She didn't date nobody.
She's single mingle.
Well, I know her and Nenji were talking a little bit.
Yeah, I think
that
her
was
and Nenji
that was the ship. Yeah. That was
Kishimoto doesn't know how to write girls. He said he doesn't.
I would say the second Hokage's trash too.
Yeah, I'd agree with that as well.
Oh, okay.
Fuck his ninja ability. He's a piece of shit. I don't care none about his ninja ability.
Damn, okay.
Oh yeah, you got that old man from the mountain climber people.
Onuki. The stone Tsuchikage. Is it Tsuchikage? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, him?
Yeah.
You like him?
Trash.
I like him.
This man stopped the whole meteor for 5
I
years.
like that. I like his energy.
I remember him running away. That's what I remember.
He stopped the whole meteor.
This man stopped the whole meteor.
He's okay.
So, what did he do before that? Start conflict, talk shit.
Okay. Look, I'll meet you halfway. I'll give him a D. Is that fair?
I give him a DC. I think he's cool.
I mean, there's not much of his character. I thought the particle style was cool. I think.
He's got cool abilities. Yeah, for sure. But honestly, I think the 5 Kai just in general are so.
I was gonna say she sucks.
Underwhelming. They're so underwhelming. They really got disrespected by Madara like bad. Like the way that Kishimoto had them get disrespected by Madara, I'll hate that to this day. Because like these are supposed to be the 5 Kage, like, and I get Madara is like Madara, but like he really made it was like kids play. It was like he was kicking around toddlers like on the playground.
Not even that. Like even with her, like you got Sasuke who shows up to the Kage Summit.
Half dead.
These people got so much gas, and then all she does is spit lava, and I'm like what's up? What? Like, what else are we doing here? Like,
what's
are
happening?
you let them get away? Like, I was like, come on now. She didn't do nothing against Madara. She was just like, ooh,
no. That's what I'm
Toby
saying.
Rama.
All right, now this might.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll explain in the comments. Go ahead.
This might be controversial, but Hinata's F tier. She's also
okay.
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 He's probably one of the best.
F.
I mean, we already know that Naruto does not have a lot of great female characters, but Hinata is the one female character that at least
You're having a crush.
I wouldn't say F.
Yeah, not F. Come on.
I would say she's the second strongest
girl. I wouldn't say. I'm not going to say all that.
Not second strongest.
But what's your argument to Hinata being F?
How did she stand up to Neji before she stood up to her own dad? She didn't stick up for her little sister having to become the hero because she's better at the technique. She only started fighting because she saw Naruto like get beat up and then get picked back up, and she was like, yeah, I like that. Let me follow whatever Naruto does. That's the same as Konohamaru. Okay, are we saying Konohamaru is better? Like, she is Konohamaru, but with a crush on Naruto and boobs. That's it.
Not
oh man,
what did she do that was so remarkable?
see, all right.
What did she do that is so
you're not
remarkable?
Wrong. Look, you're not wrong. I will say that I like how she was the only person to be behind Naruto from the beginning without doubts, and she always believed in him. And I like, for example, the whole pain situation. Like, even though she knew that she stood no chance, she still stood up for my man's. You know, even with the Chunin, everyone was like, he's gonna get his butt whooped by Kiba. Even though Kiba was her partner, she was like, nope, I'm rooting for Naruto.
No, she was like, who should I root for? She talked to herself.
Okay, whatever.
Said, who should I root for?
All right, you know what?
If we're talking about standing behind a man, Sasuke did it better. Sakura did it better.
Does anyone think she's above D? I'm convinced.
I would put her I would put her at
she could be C.
Yeah, I mean, I understand. It's just, I mean, isn't she now like the leader of the?
No, she's
she's a mom. I think Hana is Hanabi the leader? Her dad's still alive though. Yeah,
her dad's alive, and then after it's Hanabi, I believe.
Yeah, it's definitely Hanabi. It's the
and she never said shit to him.
So what we playing Hinata, y'all? I'm starting to feel, and you know what? Naruto fall in love with Hinata because she liked him. It's such a shallow way to put them together. You know, he never actually showed that he had feelings towards her until like the movie.
Whoa.
After the series, I mean, he was still crushing on Sakura until she tried to play him. To be honest,
I think the war arc moments were really big with like Neji's, along with like Neji's death. I think those were big moments for both of them.
Hinata's arc was Neji.
Yeah,
that's true.
And Neji's the better character.
But I think Hinata is another classic case of Shippuden killing development for characters. Because Hinata got defaulted, even though she was already like kind of defaulted in Naruto, like original, like she got defaulted to the heroine of the main character, and like that was like her character trope. Like that was it. Like there was no more development past that. You know, there was like the clan trouble was introduced, but that was just like, all right, move that over to get handled another day.
I think we're at a stalemate. I think she's mid at this because some people think she's okay. Some people think she's bad.
Because I could make that argument for 10-10.
I feel like D is a little disrespectful.
Yeah, just put her at C.
I think C is. I think D is a little disrespectful.
She's fine.
What did she do good?
I like her personality. I like outside of the fighting thing. I think she's a good look. She's a good love interest for Naruto. I think. Some people, I've seen some anime, the love interests it just seems like they come after the main character gets its strides and everything. When I see Hinata, I think of like Mimosa from Black Clover too. It's like they're they have a good eye for good personality. They didn't wait till they got the gains. They were rooting for them before they were hot, before everyone else jumped on the bandwagon. Hinata was on Team Naruto before everybody else. Just like Mimosa was on Team Asta before everyone else. I respect that. That's me.
Let me tell you why I don't like that. Because it implies that men really need a mother in their girlfriend. And it's like both examples, they didn't have a loving mother to encourage them to do anything. So making the love interest the one girl who's been watching them from behind is weird and gross to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's a valid point.
I can co-sign that.
That is a very valid.
That's a valid point.
Look, we'll drop her. I'll co-sign it. There you go.
All right.
It'll be high. Look, the more people.
I think this will be another debate. I think we should go right to Sakura.
It's going to debate more.
Lady.
Look, Sakura. So
young Sakura.
I don't think so.
Thank God. She was going in the dumpster fire.
Yeah. See, here's the thing with Sakura. I think power-wise, I think people misconstrue where Sakura is power-wise. I think Sakura is like Kage level. That's just me.
Thank God. Yeah. Somebody who's with a brain.
But with that being said, her personality, I don't care for too much because it's almost like partially that also goes to Sasuke. I think Sasuke treats her like trash. Even if you go into the Boruto universe, she's
so like
it's really complicated to talk about Sakura in a positive light because I think
I can do it.
It's like their thing. I get it that it's like their thing, like Sasuke and Sakura.
It feels manipulative. It feels really manipulative.
So if you take Sakura just from Shippuden, then yeah, it looks bad. But if you rewatch the original Naruto, like Sasuke's always asking how Sakura is. He's always trying to protect her. He's like, he says that they're his best friends, both Naruto and Sakura. Like he showed that he cared for Sakura at the beginning. And so she just kind of was like, as someone who's had a crush on him for so long, I think she took that role, like the real love interest that I think built towards it that kind of made sense was that Sakura loved Sasuke. She had a crush on him as a kid. They worked together as a team. She knew what he was presenting, but she didn't know what he was going through. So no, she never understood why he turned off his emotions. But that doesn't stop her from loving him. And I think the case that y'all were making for Hinata should have really gone to Sakura because Hinata really didn't know Naruto at all. They didn't really have conversations. They didn't really talk to each other. Whereas Sakura had that connection with Sasuke. And then she wanted to bring him back to the love when he forsook everything for power. Also, they showed that she was like just a little like shy kid at the beginning until she met Ino. Ino and her became best friends. And then when she found out that they both like Sakura, she handled it like a ninja and was like, I guess we're rivals now. And then they even became friends again. It's like Sakura was kind of best girl before Sasuke.
See, now that you're explaining it, I think Sakura has good relationships with everyone but Naruto. When it comes to Naruto specifically, I think that's where I'm. You know what? Because I think since we're seeing it from Naruto's point of view, that's why I feel like I that's where some dislike comes from. Because I always think of the moment where she like kind of tricked Naruto, pretended to like him or whatever, to stop him from going after someone. I think it was going after Sasuke before he went on this training thing. I always think of that moment when I think of Sakura because I thought it was manipulative. But I mean, everywhere else, I think that her personality is sort of fine. I just wish it's just at some points where she didn't give up on Naruto. She didn't give up on Sasuke just like Hinata didn't give up on Naruto. All right, I get it. I'll be fair. Whatever. Anyway, how do you guys feel, Josh and Noah?
Yeah, I mean, with Sakura, I agree with you guys. Power level, she's definitely Kage level. I mean, she was able to handle her own, and she actually did help Naruto and Sasuke defeat Kaguya as well at the end. Mm-hmm. So her growth as a character too. You go from her. I could not stand her as like kid Sakura because I just felt like it was it was just too much. I felt like at times it was just too much, like too much fangirl over Sasuke, and it just got on my nerves. But she did grow on me a little bit. I mean, she was able to defeat what's that one Akatsuki member off the top of my head?
Sasori.
Yeah, Sasori. So I mean, she did handle her own there, and I mean, she did have a lot of great training with Tsunade as well. So I definitely think power wise, she's up there, and also in terms of overall character, I agree with both points what Cheyenne was saying and Isaiah, because I remember that moment too when she manipulated Naruto too. I was like what's wrong with you? I knew she was lying from the beginning. I was like, come on, like stop lying to everybody. But I mean, she was there for Sasuke. She is. Their relationship definitely is weird, but who am I to judge? You know, everyone has their own relationships and how they want, what they like, what they don't like. So that's on them. So I mean, I would probably put her right around. I would probably put her at B. Around, I might even put her top of B. Honestly, I'll give Sakura her respect.
Cheyenne high key changed my mindset on Sakura a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
I think she's A.
I like Sakura. I'm not with
put her at
Sakura
A.
slander.
That was just my low. That was just.
I think the one thing I would nitpick from Cheyenne's is I think I do like your point where you're saying Sasuke and Sakura had more chances to interact and like really get to know each other as comparable to Naruto and Hinata, but I feel like that doesn't define the scopes of a relationship. I think being inspired by someone like and Naruto being an inspiring person can also build a relationship out of. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be that personal interaction, because Naruto made her strive for better even when they weren't together. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that's a big part of like caring for someone and like wanting, like, you know what I'm saying, wanting to be with someone. Like, I think that's a big part as well. But either way, I like Sakura. I actually enjoy Sakura and Sasuke's dynamic a lot. I like the whole, like you said, like Sasuke's always cared, even though he just doesn't know how to. But that's like goes back to his upbringing. He doesn't know how to show affection because he never got that himself. He never knew. Besides, like the head tap, like, and I like the head tap. I think the head tap is one of my favorite things in Naruto. I think I love that. I think it's so symbolic of, and I think it's so on character, obviously, to Sasuke. And I think the meaning is so deep behind it with Itachi. Like, I think it makes it that much more enjoyable.
A tier.
I like Sakura.
Whoa.
Years of watching, like, after like being past Naruto for so long, I've come to hate the Sakura slander, because like when you really objectively look at it, like Sakura is really not a bad character. She's really not. I mean, she's definitely not greatly written, but like for what she is, she's good.
It's it's really annoying when you think about how many times she cries for Sasuke and Naruto. Like that shit's annoying. But we also forget that we didn't see Naruto and Sasuke crying as much because they were kids. That wasn't in the show.
You know, I think when you look at Naruto, I think Naruto, Sakura, and Sasuke all could have been like main characters of their own series. I think the difference is that Naruto and Sasuke had their own arcs that were just focused on them. Sakura never had an arc focused on her. And when the moments we did see her, they kind of almost put her in a bad light sometimes. Like I think another scene I think of Sakura, I think of the movie where she was wishing, like she wished she never had parents or something in front of Naruto. Naruto's like, you know, like you don't know, you don't wish that because don't wish that, you don't know. So it's unfortunate. The times we did get a lot of focus on Sakura, it was like almost sometimes in a negative light. Oh, Sakura's beefing with Ino. Oh, Sakura's making fun of Naruto. Oh, Sakura's chasing after Sasuke. It's like, I think if she had her own arc, it would have like really helped with her development for the public eye. But like, you know, we analyze it, so like we get it. But like, I feel like that's why a lot of people slander Sakura.
Yeah, people just fall into the default side. Like, it's people that don't even think about like the show objectively themselves. They're just like, oh, people say Sakura sucks, so she must suck. That's not true.
Before we get to another long conversation, I'll just knock out some of the more easier ones real quick because I want to talk about Lee next. But before we get to Lee, we can just knock out some of the Akatsuki real quick because I mean we literally just did a stream about them. Kizame, what?
He's pretty smart. I would put him with the Hokage.
Yeah, B, A. I think I like Kisame.
I like Kisame.
I would put him at A.
I agree.
I could put him at A too. Yeah, I think he was really cool.
I like Kisame.
He was
Just a quick little thing on him. I mean, like even when they try to get information out of him, like he was able to transform it. Like he was able to kill himself off, so that way they weren't able to get any information.
Oh,
he was about his shit till the end. He was about.
Yeah, I will say he gets a lot of bad because me and Isaiah talked about this in the last podcast. He gets a lot of people be hating on him, but he's low key like. Definitely up there. I'm now
he's one of the toughest members of the Hitachi for sure. Yeah.
When I think about a ninja, Kisame is what I think about. Kisame is like an actual ninja. He's supposed to be emotionless.
To his code, he's to the code of ninja.
You follow the plan. Like he's an actual ninja. Let me see
Vampire
the other.
Dude's in for sure.
Hidan?
Yeah.
You say he's a what?
I hate Hidan.
That's
the worst.
I think he's funny. I
think Hidan's. I'll give him top.
I'll give him that. Yeah. I'm not saying he's great. He's definitely funny though.
I wish they explained how he was like how this man has like a jutsu to make himself.
Yeah, where was the immortality come from? They said it was like some ritual, but then they didn't even like. They were just like some ritual. He's immortal now. All
explain the cult of Joshi. Like I would love to have if this was Oda, he would have been giving us like the backstory. Like they literally have a jutsu that you can summon the Grim Reaper, and like there's also Ninja Heaven. Like there's so much about Naruto that wasn't explained upon. But anyway, Hidan F. The rest of the Kotsky. Toby, not Obito. Toby, the swirly guy. The silly one. With the bombs and everything. I mean, like I think he's funny.
I don't care about this man.
Yeah, he was there. It was funny because like. He was funny. Yeah,
I think he worked well with Deidre. That's it.
He did. It was he like complimented because he'd be gassing him up just joking around
yeah.
Wait, who's the twice kind of guy?
Huh?
Who?
Like twice. He was like twice from My Hero Academia.
You're thinking about Zetsu.
Oh, Zetsu.
I hate Zetsu.
Zetsu's the literal baby. He's just a baby.
Does anyone like Zetsu? I'm sorry.
I mean, he did manipulate.
He did
manipulate.
It came out of nowhere. It felt like
he's like a bad villain though. Like it's not even like he's like cool. It's just like
Zetsu's the embodiment of plot armor, in my opinion.
What's plot armor?
Like you just throw something in it for convenience to make him try to make sense. I mean, I'll put him here for you, Josh. I'll put him there.
I mean, we might as well talk about Toby now overall.
Obito? I mean, hey, why not?
Yeah.
Where are you at? All right. How do you feel about Obito, Josh? Why find him?
Well, I mean, in terms of power, I mean, he's I like words can't even describe it. He's definitely powerful as hell.
Yeah.
I really like him as a villain. He was one of the villains that I really liked. Now I will say though, like it was. I mean, he went on all this rage and stuff. Like thinking about this logically, like this man really like caused all this just because of that one girl dying.
Ren.
Yeah, Ren, just because of Ren dying. Like, if you think about it from a logical standpoint, like, just because Ren dies, you end up going down this dark path. I mean, I understand it, like, you really love Ren a lot, but, like, come on, man. Like, I feel like there's levels. I feel like there's levels to it a little bit.
Obito is basically Naruto if he didn't go down the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I mean, in terms of character, though, I liked him. I would put him at least an A plus for me.
Yeah, dummy.
I think. Oh God.
I think Obito is an S. I think I love him. I think Obito really added that parallel to Naruto, and I think in those last moments, and I get like, yes, he caused this whole war, but I think that's also a testament to the Uchiha curse, I guess, of love, and where like they feel so deeply, and when things happen, it can send them into that despair. And I get like it's a little exaggerated for the show, sure, but I think those moments that him and Naruto had during the war and during the fight with Kaguya were just so impactful. Seeing the contrast from when he was a kid to and like thinking about kid Naruto when he was a kid, and like just these parallels were like leave you at a loss. I don't know, leave me at a loss for words, personally. So I think Obito is an S tier character.
Yeah,
I think.
Meet you there. Go ahead, Josh.
Meet you there.
I feel like he's S too. I like honestly. I think Obito carries a portion of Shippuden too. Like it felt like I was watching a whole nother anime. With him. It's like I think Kid Obi. See, like I said, I like villains. So I'm always gonna favor them. But it's like I feel like the Kid Obi. Like in order for me to love a villain, I need a reasonable backstory, and I think his backstory was so interesting. Like him and Kakashi's dynamic so good. The reason like I think he could have just talked to Kakashi before he killed all those people, but I mean, okay, yes. Like you could have talked to these people, but he was being unreasonable at that point. He's a child. I get it. Yeah, I don't like the fact that he was talking no jutsu to. He really talking no jutsu to change his ways. I mean, I think he changed his ways once shit started going south.
I wouldn't even say that. I think. I think Obito was never really steeled in his he was steeled in his resolve, but at the same time he wasn't. And I think seeing Naruto multiple times, and I think they had been introduced multiple times. I mean, he knows Naruto beat Pain, and then they run into each other, and then they're fighting, and he's hearing Naruto say these things that are punching holes in his like thoughts. Like, damn, I used to thinking that he could break him, and I think that was huge. And like you said, like I think it was said during the war, like Obito wasn't talking to Naruto, he was talking to his old self, you know what I mean? Like he was testing his own resolve in a sense again to like. So I don't think he ever lost that kid self. I think it was always there fighting, but it needed somebody else to push him back out. I think it was there still, and I think Naruto really gave him that light again, like how Naruto always represents the light. Like I think Naruto gave him that light to push him and be like, this is how. And I think it makes even more sense because like when he gives Kakashi the Sharingan for a short period of time, he doesn't come back in his adult form. He comes back as a kid. They're talking to each other as kids. And like just it goes all the way back like full circle to like where he wanted to be and what he wanted things to really be like.
High key, I think he wanted to change his ways a lot, but he was probably like, I'm too deep into this at this point.
He's too deep. He saw no light. He saw no escape from this. This is the only path that he saw.
Yeah. I will say this with the whole fight with Naruto and Obito. I will say like in terms of like power wise, I'm not going to compare just from like overall. I kind of got feels of like the Katakuri versus Luffy fight, like the parallels a little bit where Katakuri had like these flaws in like his personality that as he was fighting Luffy, he was realizing.
He's like, this is what it's about.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking when I saw like the fight and hearing you guys talk about it. I'm like, yeah, like it was very similar to like that Katakuri versus Luffy fight where it's like you have this guy that's so powerful, but he just needs that right person to get the good, to find the good in him. So
it stopped being about like the war, and it was more about me and you are having this back and forth, and like I'm gonna push you to the limits, and to what I saw, I'm gonna make you experience and see if you're gonna break.
Yeah, Cheyenne, do you disagree with Ash?
I do, but I want to talk about Rock Lee.
Okay.
It's
okay.
To make it short, I feel like overall Obito was a follower, got tricked, swindled, bamboozled, doozled all the way through. And then just to be snatched by the neck by Naruto with love. I was like,
I could say the same thing about Pain. So
that's true. I think Obito was a kid till the end.
I don't know why people like Pain either.
Don't disrespect Pain. I'm sorry. I can't. I love Pain.
The withering body.
We'll get to it. All right. So Lee Shia, what's your opinions on Lee? Because we talked about this a lot. Like what's your thoughts on Lee here?
So y'all was really talking about how Rock Lee's the man.
Yeah.
And when you watch his introduction episode, first of all, he's at least a year older than the entire squad. Naruto, Sasuke, all of them. He's their senior. He doesn't see through the genjutsu or whatever and starts fighting with the proctor. When they intercept to help him, he challenges Sasuke because he's jealous of Sakura's attention. He tries to fight his little what's it called, person under him. He's the older person, and he's like, you know what, I'm one of the top of my class and I'm gonna fight you because this girl doesn't like me. He was the incel of his time. Okay, now the only reason people start to respect him is because he's able to stand up and fight without all the other stuff, the chakra, whatever. But at no point is he actually that great, except for his training, I guess. And it's like he only brought out the worst of his abilities or the best of his abilities to save Sakura, a person who did not like him at all. It was just like, he was a bully. He was a whack-ass bully that was projecting his feelings from Sasuke and Neji into everything else. And he was just like, I'll be the underdog forever and I'm going to fight and I'm going to act like my sensei. It's like, what was his original personality? Did he have one?
Okay, so before I say what I have to say, because I know you start watching Black Clover, do you like Asta, yes or no?
Yeah.
I think Rock Lee is Asta before Asta because you got these two characters. They come up. Asta has no magic. Lee has no chakra. I mean, you can't.
He has chakra, no jutsu.
No, they can't do jutsu. So it's like the thing that I think we like about Lee, because there's a difference between Part 1 Lee and then Shippuden Lee. Shippuden Lee is awful, and I'll get to that in a second. Regular Lee, the first one, the Kid Lee, the attraction, the reason why people like Lee, I think, is because he was like the embodiment of like hard work beats talent. And it's like he had to work his butt off to get where he wanted. And it's like, you know, he failed plenty of times, but I think it was almost like a life lesson showing that sometimes you need to fail to succeed. Like you know, you try to fight Gaara, the guy who's never been touched. Everyone's scared of him, even in his own village and everything. Yeah, you know, he stood up to him. And, you know, he did his thing, and he almost won. A lot of it is really just about, I guess, his work ethic. I think that's why a lot of people do like Lee. And you know, it's more so his personality. I mean, the fighting styles, that's a plus, but it's really just, I guess, his personality. With that being said, I do agree with Obsidian Skin right here. Oop, hold up. Rock Lee was wasted in Shippuden. I feel like the spot where Mike Guy was at the end of the arc, that should have been for Rock Lee. I think Rock Lee should have been the ultimate taijutsu user, but in Shippuden he was just like fodder at that point. Like Lee was a huge part of Part 1, and then in Shippuden it just vanished. Like he just, like, nothing happened with Lee in Shippuden, and I think that's where I and possibly a lot of the fandom stopped caring about Lee, because I love Lee in Part 1. Lee is a big reason why I watched Naruto in Part 1, because I loved his work ethic. I just liked him. He was energetic. He was different. But you know, in Shippuden, it was so wasted, and I just stopped caring at that point. Josh, how do you guys feel about him though?
You got it. No.
I like Lee a lot. I do. I can see the points you're both making. Lee is definitely wasted potential. I think the fact that he couldn't even use 7 gates in the war was actually very disappointing. I was actually mad. I'm not mad that, like, okay, whatever, 8, save the 8 for Guy. I get it. Like you're feeding you're the nutrients for the new green, like, beast. I get it. But the fact that he was, like, I don't know, he didn't eat. I feel like even during the war, he didn't do much when they got into the thick of it. And I'm not talking about like their old side fights or whatever. Mm-hmm. That was whatever. I'm talking about like when, like, it was Madara, Obito, like Ten Tails. Like what was Lee doing? You know, like what was Lee doing there?
I'm crying
You know?
over Neji, unfortunately.
And he had, I like the moment they had all together when they all like came to Naruto, like all the teams like from there. You know, that was cool. I want to put Lee like up there A plus like S because he is inspirational.
Yeah.
See,
but
no.
It's
but
like
he's not. No, but they didn't feed. No, like in the sense
if they were
of, like,
consistent with it.
That's what I'm saying. If they gave him more, I think he got sold short. I think it's not even like it's no fault to him. He was that hardworking character, but they just kind of strayed off of that. I don't know. I like Lee.
But everyone was hardworking. Like, my thing is, Rock Lee was literally just Guy. He just did what Guy did. He saw that Guy worked out with a smile, so he worked out with a smile. He saw Guy was wearing the green suit, so he wore the green suit. Everyone worked hard. Like, at no point was anyone like, fuck this, I'm a stop being a ninja. This is too much.
You're not wrong.
I mean, you're not wrong. Everyone did work hard, but with him, it was just different because he had no like.
Yeah,
he had no genjutsu. Like, I mean, he's just straight taijutsu. Like, I mean, he was doing like 1,000 like push-ups, like handstand push-ups. Like, you're not seeing Sasuke and Naruto do 1,000 of those. Like, it's just I mean, I agree like with all your points because I do see where Rock Lee, like, he shouldn't have done that over soccer and stuff, but I mean, besides that, like, Kid Lee he was one of my favorite characters. I mean, what he was able to do against Gaara, a guy that was untouchable, and one of the best moments, and I will say this, in Kid Naruto, that Rock Lee and Gaara fight was definitely up there. And I mean, this guy, like, Gaara literally broke all of his bones, and then literally he is still recovering from that fight because, again, like, his bones were completely shattered. And then he fights that bone dude. And he was able to hold his own against him, and I'm just like, that's coming off of like lifetime surgery. Like, I mean,
drunken fist.
Yeah, drunken fist too. Cheyenne, I think to sum it up, I think what he's trying to say is, yeah, everyone worked hard. I think in our eyes, Lee worked twice as hard. But with that being
he
said,
been a postal service agent, but he chose to be a ninja without any talent.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. But with that being said, though, you've convinced me.
He's talented in his own right.
He's out in his own right.
I will say they did him dirty in Shippuden, though. I will say,
I think he's like a C or a B. I will.
Yeah, I would put him.
He's better than Hiruzen.
Can we move Hokage down to C?
Yeah, we can. Yeah. I think that's a good
kind of booty.
We were being nice to Hiruzen at the end.
That was the first one on the board. That's why.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. I mean, I think we all agree. I think we have.
I don't dislike Lee. I was just like, he's not the man.
No, that's fair. That's completely fair. I agree with that. So next person we can talk about is Pain. Josh shook your head. So I know Josh is a huge Pain defender.
I love Pain. I put him right at S.
That's not even him. That's one of his little agents.
I mean, Nagato isn't here, so I'm going to count Pain as Pain. But yeah,
okay, how good can Pain be? They don't even have his picture.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about Nagato's strong as heck. He's able to have like 6 different people. He's able to control all 6. I mean, you got to give him props, and they all have different abilities. One of the guys can regenerate. Another guy can like bring back things from like bring back items and stuff. I mean, the Renegon is definitely one of the best like Keke Gengar. I'm not gonna lie to you in terms of like eye abilities. The Renegon definitely was one of the highlights of Shippuden. And honestly, I know there's a big debate about Itachi or Pain. The point that I would say where I would give the nod to Pain and Nagato is because Itachi had a life-lasting illness that was gonna kill him off anyway. I just want to let everybody know that right away.
It wasn't gonna kill him, it was gonna make him blind.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like in the long run, Pain. That's why I was saying like they're on the same level in terms of power wise. I would give Pain the nudge because the edge because of that.
So look, I'm not going to get in this power argument with you because we've had this plenty of times.
Yeah, I know we did, but I mean,
no, that's fair.
I mean, this man destroyed a whole village like that, like it was nothing.
No. Look, I have a question here. In anyone, but specifically Josh. Other than the Rinnegan, what is Nagato's personality?
I mean, other than the Rinnegan, I mean, this guy is definitely is mad traumatized, and he's trying to teach people like the world shall know pain. Like, I mean, and this is where like I really understand like how I was able to relate to Nagato in this whole like Naruto series, is because like people are all good when things are going right. But the second things go wrong and you experience a little bit of pain, your true personality comes out. And that's one of the things that pain really brought out of Naruto. It was like, look, like yes, you have had a lot of struggle and stuff, but like Naruto needed to grow more as a character. And what Naruto did out of that pain fight was he was able to take all of the pain that Nagato brought on to him and also like made him realize from himself. And Naruto almost broke. He had the 8 tails. And if it wasn't for his dad to come in and make him realize things, like that really helped Naruto grow as a character as well. That pain fight was just like the Sasuke and Itachi fight. It gave Naruto and Sasuke that next step that they needed. But my point is that like Naruto needed to experience that in order to grow. That was something that was lacking in him. And that's one of the things Nagato really did a great job in teaching Naruto. Because like with Nagato, he was never able to overcome that pain. Naruto took that and was like, look, like, yes, you can experience this pain, but it's how you react to that pain that's what matters. And that's how Naruto was able to overcome that fight. And that's why I put Pain in the same category as Itachi, both S-tier characters that were there to help. Without them, Naruto and Sasuke are not getting to where they are in the series. And I can say that with my chest, and I can say that firm. I love Pain and I love Itachi. Those two are definitely like my favorite. I think
Pain. I think Nagato, in my opinion, I'll give him an A because for impact on the series and his fight scenes alone and his abilities, I'm addicted to Pain. I think he's one of my favorite characters in that aspect. Personality wise, I mean, I get it. I get it, but I don't like how he took Yahigo's dream of the Akatsuki being a positive light, and I mean, you know, he just talked to some random stranger and got manipulated to be like, does make the Akatsuki some terrorist group? You know, I think Yahigo had envisioned the Akatsuki to be a very great group, and you know, the moment he's gone, like it just turns to a terrorist organization. I didn't like that. It kind of felt like it's almost like you signing off. You're signing a waiver off of something, and then they change it last second. And you officially have to agree to be in this group that you don't really want to be in, you know.
Yeah, I mean I get where you're coming from, but what I'm saying to you is it's like once you experience pain, it's how you react to that pain.
I don't think he reacted to it correctly.
I know he didn't, but that's what I was trying to explain to you. Like he did not react to that pain well at all, and that's why the Akatsuki became the Akatsuki where it was, and that's something that Naruto had to as he was fighting Pain, he realized, and that's where he was able to, because like you got to remember when Pain pretty much killed Hinata and Pain killed Kakashi, wiped out all those guys, they all got regenerated at the end. Nagato was able to do that, and that's one of the legendary jutsus as well that not that many people can perform. He said, I mean, he realized after fighting Naruto, he was like, I fucked up, and he was able to, and he revived everybody. So like it was just like that's one of the lessons that I took from the whole Pain fight was it was just like everything can be good. You can be going toward this path, and then something can go wrong, and you experience pain. It's how you react to that pain. That's how you overcome it, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's why it just really stuck for me. And I get what you're saying though, because like the Akatsuki shouldn't have been a terroristic group, but it became that way because of Nagato, the way how he reacted to that death. Like he just wasn't able to recover from that.
Okay. So I think that Pain Nagato is on the same level as Obito, actually. Like they're both just used as plot devices to reflect what Naruto would be like if he didn't have love in his life. That's why they both crumble to Naruto. I don't think either of them really have a great personality. I hear you when you're saying that Pain's super powered, but that's it. That's it. He had nothing else. And he was also going to die, like Itachi, because his body was not being like properly managed. He was using all his power for revenge. He was probably going to die whether he did the resurgence or not.
So where are we putting Pain here? Because these are all interesting conversation. I don't know.
I still think Pain.
And he was taught by Jaraya.
I agree. I was thinking the same exact thing, Shane. I think Pain is a pre-Obito to Obito, I think. But at the same time, I agree with Josh. I think Pain also added the aspect of like I like the brother students here with Jaraya as well. That like I don't know, things can connect in different ways. I like that as well, and like how certain things that you do in the past impact your future, and that's how it kind of was, and that's how certain things from Nagato's past end up impacting Naruto's future and Jiraya's future, and things that Jaraya did by saving them, even though Orochimaru was like, let me just kill these kids real quick. Like it all impacted. And like, that's like what good storytelling does.
Yeah.
And I think, like Josh said, I think Pain was a very necessary plot point for Naruto to elevate himself and really understand that things aren't sweet and idealistic in this world. Like things are gonna get messy and things are not gonna always go your way, and you're not gonna always be able to understand other people unless you are willing to, like Josh said, and feel that pain for that person and experience it your own pain. I wouldn't say Pain is, I don't know. Pain is
a weird character to rank,
it's hard to rank.
Yeah,
I say B.
I wouldn't go B. I wouldn't go B.
We can do A if you guys want.
I think he's A plus.
Josh, we can do A plus. I mean,
can do A plus.
We could do bottom A plus. Is that fair?
Yeah,
I think he's A plus.
Cheyenne, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I've also got to go.
Okay, thanks for coming, Cheyenne. Have a good on your job
bye,
interview.
Good luck on your interview, Cheyenne.
Good luck.
Thank you. Just the last few thoughts. If you could scroll down to the people, I want to leave.
Yeah, go crazy.
Kabuto, awesome dude. Tamari, also best girl. Neji started as a bitch. Shikamaru, pretty cool. All right.
Yeah. All right, I'll see ya. So continue on because we actually got like 30 more minutes, so we could just start going through some of these real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, Itachi as well. I personally think just like Hizame, Itachi is like the embodiment of a true ninja. I think personally, I think he has the best story in the series. That's a personal gripe, but I will put him at S. But I can see an argument for A plus or anything else. How do you guys feel about Itachi?
You're not getting any arguments from me.
How about you?
Yeah, you're not. The only thing I will say is I feel like Pain and Itachi, I put them on the same level just because, just like how like what I said, like Pain was like that big step for Naruto in Shippuden. Itachi was that huge step for Sasuke in Shippuden as well. So like that's why like whenever I think of them two, I always put them in the same category. So I'm fine with you putting Itachi at S, but I would put Itachi at bottom S, right wherever he is.
That's what I was going to do.
Wherever he is, I'm putting Pain right behind him.
That was my plan.
I think
cool.
I like the comparison you make with Itachi and Pain, and how they both played their respective roles in character development for Naruto and Sasuke. But I think Itachi was a little more ahead of the game. That's why I would definitely. I think I mean, obviously, we already put Itachi over him, anyways. But
Mhm.
that's where I would put Itachi. That like he definitely edges out because he was just that much more of an. He was already introduced from beginning of Naruto. Like
True.
Itachi was like there already. The idea, the goal of Sasuke getting here like we knew that one day this battle was going to happen and that this was going to be a huge turning point for not only Sasuke but the series in general, like what direction Sasuke was going to go and just like in general, like, and like we didn't even know how huge because you didn't even know, and then you find out the whole truth of why Itachi does this and you're like, wow, this just blew what we knew out of proportion, like what we knew about the village, what we knew about these higher ups, these people that were running the village at the time, like you know.
True. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Now, one of the funniest moments was who was that one sensei that tried to do the genjutsu?
Kunai sensei.
You know which Kunai? Yeah, I'm sorry.
She's there. Yeah, get her.
Kunai. He said, "Close your eyes." He has a Sharingan.
Kunai was there to keep Asuma's legacy alive.
Oh my god!
Sadly for her,
I was dying. When she tried to do that, I remember Kid B was just dying.
Dr. Umar would not like Itachi. I'm dead. All right, we could just get through some more of these quick ones real quick. Yeah. I mean, Kakuzu. Kakuzu is cool, I guess. Like,
Kakuzu's cool. He was about his money. He just wanted some money.
He doesn't really have personality. He's just
funny.
A hustler. I'll put him to see, I guess.
He was a mercenary, true to the word. Like that's what he was there to do.
Ninja, man. Like he just get the job done.
He was there to get his check and get out. That was his.
Let me see who else. Is there any more Akatsuki? Oh yeah, Deidre.
Deidre.
Deidre's cool. I guess. I
mean, he's low-key powerful.
Like, he is. Oh yeah, he beat Sasuke in that fight. Sasuke got plot armor in that fight.
He's just a pig. He's
with Orochimaru's snake. He was like, "Yo, just TP out of here with the fucking giant snake, and you blow yourself up, right?" Sasori's there too. If you want to get Sasori out of there.
Oh wait, where's Sasori at?
He was like, I think he's fourth row.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's right. Yeah, Sasori. I think Sasori's cool.
Yeah, I like Sasori. Yeah, I like his.
He might be up here actually. I fuck with Sasori, bro.
Yeah, I do. In terms of likeness, he's up there. But because I know for our Akatsuki ranking, we put him right in the same as the one guy we put at C.
He honestly shouldn't have been the first one to go down.
Yeah, he shouldn't have been. A plot armor, definitely.
And I think Sasori played a good part I think he was part of a good part for like Sakura as well. People always hate him like, oh, Sakura had Lady Chio. Like, I thought the fight was good. Like, if you're hating on that fight, like, I don't know, you're just a hater, I think. But like, Sakura was doing her thing. That was a good fight.
All right, let me just see what else. I mean, Sugetsu, does anyone really care about Sugetsu? I mean, like,
nah, he's kind of funny. He's like a funny guy with
Toby, I guess.
Yeah, like, he's just there, hanging out with the group.
You got Zabuza. Zabuza's pretty dope.
I think. Look, Zabuza was only there for an arc, but I think
he was lit.
Zabuza was a good. I think A+ character because, like, I think
he's
Zabuza
like Crocodile, man.
Yeah, Zabuza started it out for Naruto, and I think Zabuza started like that was one of the most impactful moments. Like the whole Zabuza fight with Haku, I think those are one of the most impactful moments in OG Naruto. Like that set the tone for like Sasuke and Naruto's relationship. One, how they silently care for each other. They understand each other's. They know how each other. You know what I'm saying? They. That's where that connection I feel like really established because they were in that first life or death situation together, and they really fed off of each other and like realized like, damn, I'm here for this person, and this person is really here for me in these moments, and. Also, I think it stapled Naruto as a character about how his whole speech to Zabuza, like, I know you cared about this person. Like, like ninja does, like, just because you're a ninja doesn't mean you're heartless and you don't care about and you're using these people. Like, I think that was a beautiful moment. Like, one of the most beautiful moments in Naruto. Like that little interaction with them. Like, I think that was great.
Should we put Haku next to Zabuza?
Yeah, I think so.
Where's Haku?
I think
Haku.
I'd agree with that. I like Haku and Zabuza. think
I
they were
always thought
great
Haku was
first
a girl
villains.
for the longest time. By the way,
Yeah. Haku's everybody's first trap.
Let me see. Is there any other quick ones?
I mean, you can get Shisui out of there. He's not really like a bottom left fourth row. Yeah,
you don't like
like
Shisui?
no, I do, but it's like
Yeah.
we do. What have we gotten from
Yeah,
him? Though? You know what I mean?
I'll give him mid. He's
Off
mid.
the potential, I could put him in
Yeah.
B. Like I'd put him in B off the
Do you like
potential.
Shisui, Josh?
I would put him right there. I like him. I would put him at B just off of the potential.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
we didn't see enough of him.
BA. That's what I'm saying. Like he's so cool. Like his concept is insane. But like he's kind of like all the ninja like from the war that like pre-wars that you never got to see that were talked about. Like the one dude that they talked about, the Uchiha that like Toby Rama used to talk about, or even Sasuke's dad. Like these people that we didn't see but we knew were in pivotal parts of these previous wars that were crazy awesome ninja, but we've never got anything from them.
I think Asuma was like a top B candidate. Am I tripping there?
No, not at all. I think Asuma could be an
honestly,
A candidate as well. I think he was.
Yeah,
I think he was perfect. Yeah, his role to push Shikamaru forward. I think that was big for Shikamaru for out of anybody. I mean, Choji and Ino, cool, big for them, but I think for Shikamaru, it was Asuma's death was the biggest like instance that really elevated him to that adult. Like Shikamaru was the first adult out of the whole group. Like he was like he knew what was good. Like. That this is no joke. Like people are gonna die, and I need to try and create these strategies that can prevent like these type of things from happening. I think that really woke Shikamaru up and made him realize like Asuma's not gonna be here to protect me anymore. Like there's no like I'm here for myself, and who am I? And like I love the king thing. Like you got to protect the king and the future that Asuma instilled. Like this, it's about the future. Like you were the future. That's why I put my life on the line here, and that's why I died and you live. You know, like I don't know. I think that was amazing.
And just to add to your point, no, I remember one of the moments that really hit a lot for me was because of Asuma's death. I remember Shikamaru talking to his dad. They were playing
the Shoji game.
Oh my god, the Shoji.
One of the best moments.
Yes, that was by far one of the best moments in the anime. That's definitely slept on. A lot of people really don't talk about that moment.
Every time I watch it, just
I know it gets me all like I'm like damn, like that really.
I love it when Asuma and Shikamaru moments are just great, man.
They are. They truly are. And then
Shikamaru is like
and then it leads to Shikamaru with one of the coldest moments in
like Shikamaru's
Naruto.
an S, right? Like he's sucking S.
No, he's definitely
come on,
100%.
That's my guy,
I love
Shikamaru might have one of the coldest moments in Naruto when he tells Hidan, he's like, I'm your god now.
Yeah.
Like I'm the god. Like that shit was cold. That shit was so cold. Like
there's this video out there. They're like, there's a theory, and I agree with it. They're like Shikamaru was actually Naruto's best friend, not Sasuke.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I agree with that. He
really was though. Like
yeah.
He really was though.
Shikamaru's a great character.
Yeah,
Sasuke and Naruto were tied by fate.
Oh yeah.
Shikamaru and Naruto, they were friends.
From the Sasuke and Naruto were tied by plot armor.
They were destined. Like it was
these two are actually friends. Like,
those two are like they've been getting into shit from when they were young bucks.
I like how their kids are friends too. You know,
exactly. Their kids are really good friends too, which is the best part about it.
Choji, I never really cared too much about Choji, man.
Choji's best moment was in the Sasuke rescue arc.
I guess. Like
that was it.
Yeah, he's just like Rock Lee, you know. It's just like we got a little not on the same level, but I mean we got a lot. But like we got a little bit of Choji in Naruto as a kid, but Shippuden we didn't get anything. So I would buy him
C, maybe D.
I can't put him ahead of Hinata.
I might give him D, man.
Yeah, I'd put him in D too.
Yeah, I don't care about him that much. I mean, she kind of grew on me, but like as far as like progression. She never really left anywhere after the Chunin exam. She just kind of stayed the same.
Nah, yeah, like she plays that perfect support role, you know.
She's definitely
that's what her ninja like type is about. She's just a support.
Yeah.
She doesn't really do anything too interesting, too crazy.
She'd be like right
their
there.
tag team attack was probably the coolest thing. Like their team attack at the end with like the yo-yo, that was cool. Yeah. I enjoyed that.
Before I get to these crazy long combos, because this is going to be a little bit.
Shino, Sai,
Shino,
Tamari.
Shino really underused. Shino could have been OP.
Yeah, Shino could have been really cool.
Yeah, now he is the sensei in Boruto.
I do like him in Boruto, actually.
Yeah, him in Boruto.
I was going to say that.
Cool in Boruto.
He could be a C.
I was gonna say that as well. I like him in Boruto. I think they gave him a little more. They were like, all right, this guy could have been cool.
I know, especially with the insects. Like,
I don't think Shino. I think Shino's win rate is 100%. I don't think Shino ever lost in Naruto.
I don't think so either.
he beat Kankuro. He beat the Sound Ninja guy. He beat the one boy with his brother with the poison jar bugs. Mm-hmm. Shino's cold, man. Like I like Shino. I think when he noticed like the Amaravi clan, the way he created it was a little overpowered. He was like, shoot, I can't use this guy.
Yeah. Like the insects in Naruto. Like you telling me these things can just crawl in me and expand and just eat all my. You know what I'm saying? He's low key broken. Like
they even made a joke. They were like, why wasn't I invited to the Sasuke rescue arc?
Right?
True. You know why he wasn't invited? Because they asked him to rescue him.
Yeah, they would have saved his ass.
Neji's cool. Neji can be like
I think Neji's an A.
Yeah, Neji's
A. Could be.
He's like right here, honestly. To be honest, maybe right here. Lower.
I don't know. Neji's kind of tough. I like Neji. I really do.
Neji too. I'm gonna put Neji right here.
I like Neji a lot.
Yeah. I will say though, like his sacrifice was definitely very emotional.
Oh yeah,
like for me,
why couldn't he just do a rotation?
Like, I know that's what I was saying. I'm like, why doesn't he just do the rotation?
That was supply.
Kishimoto was like, I gotta kill somebody.
Like, get out of here.
Someone's gotta die. He didn't have to die. Yeah, out of all people, why?
No one's caring if like
after building up like the whole idea of Neji rebuilding like the Hyuga clan and then him dying, it's like, why?
We never got a Neji versus Lee fight. Like
never a full out. We never got Lee and Neji going.
I'll never forgive Kishimoto for that.
Never, ever forgive that. I can't believe.
I guess I'm trying to line up who are the must speaks about before we end. So I'm thinking right now. I mean, if we get to these people, cool. But like, I'm thinking Iruka down or should be talked about real quick. Yeah. So I mean, Iruka. I mean, am I tripping? Is Iruka S tier?
Iruka's an S tier character, 100%. Not even
great character.
I wouldn't even debate that 100%.
Iruka
is that Iruka is what the third Hokage should have been.
Yeah. Fact. He's like, that's Naruto's dad, bro.
That's Naruto's dad. No, that's Naruto's dad right there.
I love Iruka, man. Great.
He's a real
character, honestly.
And just from the beginning and then to that final scene where he asked him to be his dad, like at his wedding, like that. It's just like the perfect bow on their relationship, like just to tie the knot on the present. Like it's just beautiful to talk. It just to even think about. It's just like it hits you right in your chest. Like damn.
All right.
Came such a long way.
Let me see what else. All right, so next on top. All right. So we have Killer B here. Oh, I forgot to put guy.
There's Kiba. You want to get Kiba and Sai out of there?
You just want to throw him on there? I mean,
yeah, we can just.
I can't stand Kiba. He still does wolf fag over fag in the
Kiba is just
another. Talk. Yeah, Kiba's another example of no character development. Like
all talk, no bite.
He could have been so cool. Man's got dogs like wolves. I mean, Sai's cool.
Right.
You know, Sai's backstory is pretty dark.
It is pretty sad.
It's pretty sad. I'll give him bottom of C.
I like Sai.
So, God, can we talk about? So, all right, I want to talk about.
Go ahead, pick somebody. Yeah,
go ahead. Right, so
I just want to get the easy people out the way.
Oh no doubt. I think that it's going to be fast forward when we get to this point. It's going to be like quick. So real quick, Killer B. I mean, I love V, man. Like, this is one of the first like black people I've seen in like an anime. I was like,
one of the most savage moments was when he was fighting Sasuke, and this man is rapping as he's fighting.
Yeah, he's like, hold up, let me write this bar down.
The way he fodderized Hinata is so embarrassing.
Disrespected him.
They're like, they coming up with the Akatsuki cloak and everything. You guys got your butt whooped. Like,
and he wasn't even taking him seriously either. That was the crazy part. He was really just playing around at first. Like, he was just like, all right, let's have some fun, guys. Like you guys are here to fight me? Yeah, like, nah.
I would put him A+ tier.
Yeah,
cool. Yeah, A+. Yeah, like, and being Naruto's mentor in a sense of teaching him how to control the tailed beast. Like, I mean, one of the biggest parts as well.
We got first Hokage.
He's definitely he's out of all the Hokages. I mean,
he's a real deal. Him and Madara are like some of the strongest people in the show.
I would put him and Madara together.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we're doing like
A+ to be honest.
A+, yeah. Now in terms of power, S, but
yeah.
I think if you're balanced, I think because they were the first of their generation and they were too idealistic, like Madara would say. They were too idealistic about what they wanted, and they didn't think. And they say this at the end. They didn't think to entrust into the next generation. You know what I mean? They thought they had to get their plans fleshed out now, because they're like, well, these generations won't survive. And I think that's what faulted them, and that's where their downfall was. Is like they didn't have that faith in the previous, in the past, like in the future. You know what I mean? They didn't have faith.
Now I will say Madara has the best fight in the series. Literally Madara versus the Shinobi Alliance is disgusting and amazing. The man just killed so many people. Like that joke was so crazy. I
mean, you would have put him at S. You can. I mean,
I'm fine with him at A+. I'm fine.
I think they're top A+ characters.
I don't care for his personality too much, but oh my gosh, that fight! I like some of the best hand-to-hand combat animation ever. Like,
oh yeah, crazy,
disgusting,
crazy.
We can talk about Kakashi. Move that up here too. Kakashi's cool. I
love Kakashi.
I love Kakashi.
I do love Kakashi as well.
Kakashi and Guy honestly are S tier characters.
Yeah, they're both S tier.
I'd agree. We don't even have to talk too much about that. I think Kakashi is. I think once you meet Obito as well, I think Kakashi's character elevates even that much higher, because you see how he's changed throughout the years and how his trauma has affected him so much that he's him like being late and like doing all these things and doing these things. It's kind of like his coping to like.
True.
And even you even find out that like he visits their graves actively, and like you don't even know, and like it was never made apparent until obviously like Obito gets reintroduced and stuff like that. And it's like, damn, like if anybody got dirty in Boruto, sorry, I'm like rambling.
Oh no, you're
but
good.
They didn't give Kakashi a family, and I will never not be mad about that ever. I'm so mad. This man deserves a loving family.
I was glad he at least got to be Kage. Like honestly, like I said, I'm glad all Team 7. Unfortunately, Sakura didn't get it, but all Team 7 got their arcs. I love Kakashi. I honestly Shippuden. And Shippuden is Kakashi's one of the characters that actually benefited from Shippuden. I love Kakashi and Shippuden. And Guy is what, bro? Guy would not be anything other than a comedic relief up until the war, and I was like, damn. Like,
Guy's really a savage out here.
Guy is fire, bro.
I know. I know his original purpose was to just fight. I'm forgetting the name all the time. My head. The Akatsuki guy. Kizame. Yeah, that was his main purpose, because Kizame was so honestly like he was able to take everyone's chakra, whereas Mike Guy, it's Tai Jutsu, so you're not really.
Yeah, you don't care.
Yeah,
so that was his main point. But I agree with you, Isaiah. Though in the war, that really just elevated him.
I mean, we even got the backstory on Mike Die. I think is his dad's name. It was cool, man. Like, it's cool. Jaraya.
Oh man,
I mean,
Jaraya is an S tier.
Yeah, he is.
What a great talk about it.
What a great a lot of the senseis. I mean, I know he wasn't technically one, but
he was more like a what? You want to put Jaraya higher
over Obito? Maybe.
I would agree with that.
I don't think over Kakashi.
I'm a huge fan of the legendary signing story. Like, I mean, where's Orochimaru? I do want to talk about him eventually too. But I loved all of them. Oh, I forgot about you as well. Gara grew. See, I don't know if I like Gara more as a hero or a villain. I
agree. I think they didn't keep a proper mix.
Yeah.
They just like, they were like, all right, this guy's evil. He wasn't evil, but he was angry, upset,
like,
you know what I'm saying, all the time.
We got his backstory with his dad, but I feel like it was a little too late, where like it happened during the war, where it's kind of like, I'm already accepted Guy as like a hero now. Like, you should have did it when he was still a child.
Exactly.
I think it would have been a lot more impactful. But I mean Gara's cool. I'll give him an A plus.
I'll put him bottom A plus.
Yeah, bottom A plus.
He earned it.
I think he had good development, but it was like,
it's a little too late.
Damn, he went from this whole like cool savage character, and I still think Gara's cool. Yeah, and I think he does cool things, but it's like his demeanor was so like, I don't know.
Yeah, I just kind of got bored.
It wasn't as entertaining. It just wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't as entertaining. Like, this man was killing children. Like, he was 12 years old killing children in tuning exam. Like, you know what I'm saying? These people were sending their kids. These people send their kids to the Lee village. You know what I'm saying? To hopefully get their, like, become a tuning, and they're gonna come back dead because,
remember the
you know what I mean?
The sound was on something. Right?
They thought it was sweet, and they all got killed. Like, you know what I mean? They're like, yeah, we're gonna take you out early. All died. Like.
Facts.
Kabuto, honestly, wow, what a character. He's an A plus in me.
Facts. He was well written.
I'd agree. I like how he came full circle, and I like how he runs the orphanage now. I think that's awesome. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, you know what? I'm with him right there, man. Like, Kabuto, even like his villain era was crazy, man.
Oh yeah, I love the villain. Facts. I mean, the Sasuke Itachi and Kabuto fight was really cool. I like that a lot.
Kabuto literally got to the point where they had to get someone who's already dead to use a broken hack ability that was never spoken about the whole series until he did it. That was such an asshole. I'm sorry, but yeah, Kabuto, great character. All right, man. So look, Tsunade is in power stance. All right, I'm not gonna. I think differently, but there's a consensus around the community that Tsunade is the worst Kage and she sucks. I like Tsunade's ambition, and I get it because of Dan and everything. The way I will say, out of all the Kage, I think that she is the worst when it comes to protecting the village.
Yes,
but I like Tsunade. Like, I mean, I don't know why people hate on Tsunade so much. Like, I like her. Like, you know, this is me. What about you guys?
I mean,
like, she's actually now I'm talking. She's like a C, man. She's like C,
yeah. I agree. I like her. She's the weakest Kage for sure. Like,
I had to think about it.
She's the weakest Hokage. I mean, even I wouldn't say no Sharingan Kakashi. Is she weaker than no Sharingan? I don't know. Maybe. I think it'd still be a good fight. But
I think she's stronger than no Sharingan Kakashi.
That was my one problem with Kakashi too. How they take a Sharingan away? Anyways,
Tsunade.
Tsunade. Like, they didn't give her much. They kind of made her this, like, she's strong, but at the same time she's like not. She's, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, is she strong? Like, she's strong, but she's not. At the same time, it's like she's traumatized, but she's, you know, they wanted to paint her as a strong character, and she was, but I feel like at the same time they didn't paint her as that strong character.
We got Orochimaru. I like Orochimaru, but I don't. It's weird.
I can agree.
Yeah, I mean, I would probably put him at least at an A. I mean,
I think he's an A character. I think the impact he had on the. I think the impact just alone that he's had on that he has.
All the curse marks too, like, and I mean, even in Boruto, like, you're finding out that this man had a kid. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, this man had his hands in everything. Like, he was everywhere.
Everything. He's actually a genius, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
He had to get
the
humbled. I ain't gonna cap. He had to get humbled.
Oh
but-
yeah,
definitely.
but even after
Humbled
getting
by
humbled,
Hitachi.
even after getting humbled, he's still alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like it wasn't
yeah,
enough to
yeah.
get rid of him. Like you
Yeah.
really can't get rid of this man. Like he's and
This man was
it's
using
crazy.
forbidden techniques and stuff. He was crazy.
That's what I'm saying. I think he added that cool aspect of like
Yeah,
people doing the things that you shouldn't do because like forbidden
Yeah.
techniques were introduced very early on with like Naruto and the Shadow Clone Jutsu, like these forbidden things that you shouldn't do. And then I feel like it's only right to have this antagonist, non-antagonist, whatever category you want to put Orochimaru in. That's like doing these like illegal things, but you want to see them like as a watcher. You're like, I want to see people use these like forbidden abilities, you know, and like see what they can do with them.
big thing people complain about. They were like, if Orochimaru really wanted to just be immortal, at one, you could have just took a Hidan body or something.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, even if you want the Sharingan conversation, it's not like you can't transfer eyes or anything. Like you see, like all these people doing it, they put it in their arms for God's sake. Like you could have, you know. But with that being said, I mean, I like Orochimaru.
Yeah, I know they could have done more. Like
yeah, Orochimaru could have went
been,
about way different ways. Yeah,
I know he could have really been like like the Frieza, of like the show because like he's doing all these forbidden techniques. Like I wanted to see more.
Oh,
that's what I'm saying. You want to see more of that? I want to see more of that.
All right, we got Minato. I like Minato.
Fastest ninja.
Fastest ninja. You know, he doesn't have much of a personality other than being nice.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Funny.
I mean, he can go an A+.
He can get serious. Yeah, I think he's an A+ character.
I think it's like
as well.
His techniques are fire. I'll give him that.
Oh yeah, I mean, he came up with the Rasengan.
Yeah, I'll give him there. Yeah.
Yeah, I love what he does with the kunai. He throws the kunai in different
Yeah, the teleportation. I mean, the enhanced teleportation. Crazy.
Man, the hypest moment was when Orochimaru and Sasuke revived all the Kage. He was meeting all of them. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, he was like, "Hey, I was Hokage for like a day."
Boy, what about my guy, the Raikage? Hold up. Raikage was lit.
Raikage was lit.
Hell, he's lit.
He's one of the stronger people in the series.
Cut his arm off because Sasuke.
This guy was crazy.
Yeah, this bull was a nut. He really was.
He's definitely A+.
He's A+, for sure. Yeah,
just for his fighting alone.
Fighting style. I think he was funny. I like him and B's like dynamic too. I think it was really cool. Like the whole brotherly thing. Not brothers, but our brothers. Like I don't know.
Just for Fuda in the chat, now we're just doing character likeness. I mean, we're incorporating fighting as well, but we're just like overall. We're just
just overall. Yeah, we're not doing based off
chill stream.
It's basically it's what we like. We like the characters or not.
Chill stream. Conan. See, man, I love Conan more than the average Naruto fan. But I get why she wouldn't be too. She kind of went through everything that Naruto went, but she just kind of took the backseat. But she was this close to killing Obito. Like that wasn't crazy.
Oh no, she beat Obito.
Yeah,
I don't care. Obito got plot armored with that extra eye. No, she won that fight 100%, and I'll stand by that to this day. She won that fight.
She secretly had some like her and Yahigo were dating and stuff.
Had that little love. Yeah, no,
I like friend,
Conan.
man. She's a true friend, man. It's like she stuck with Nagato even if he went the bad way. You know, she stuck with him. I like her.
I like Conan as well.
She's like a.
I think she's an A.
Or a B or
A or a B. I like her an A.
Yeah, I'd put it right at the top of B.
Okay, that's fair.
I think she played a good part.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where we put her on our Akatsuki ranking too.
The way she died was sad as well.
Yeah,
that was sad.
Crap.
Because she won, damn it. Nah, she won that fight. That's why it was even sadder. It was like, fuck. Like,
I wish they explained her ability more. I was very confused.
Yeah, the paper. Yeah, they didn't explain it too much.
I didn't get that. Another thing.
It was
Naruto,
cool, though.
They could have explained,
Yeah, the Kekkei Genkai. They didn't really explain too many of the, like, unorthodox, like, jutsus that people had.
True.
You got Dark. Her thing was like a double fruit more than like actual jutsu.
I was about to say she was like a Logia type out here, like Paramecia. Like she's got the paper.
What are you doing, bro?
Yeah,
like, Darby, I thought he was fire. He didn't get as much time as he deserved, though. But I liked him.
I don't think so as well. I liked his little fight with Ken Pak. Wait, he was
the
fighting Ken
twins,
Paku and
right?
Genpaku. Yeah, the twins that ate like the nine-tail flesh.
That's so drab. He
that was cool.
When he had to get the word. He's smart. He's like a black Shikamaru, honestly.
Yeah, he's cool. I like Dario a lot.
He's a B tier.
He's a B tier character.
I need more time with him, but
definitely. Cool. I mean, he's the Raikage now, so good for him.
Yamato.
Yeah, he was okay.
I like Yamato. He played his role.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, definitely. I mean, like, you're put in a tough spot. Like, I mean, Kakashi's doing his own thing. You have to run Team 7. You're kind of.
He was also working under Danzo too.
Yeah, I know, and he did also work under Danzo too. So I mean, he was put in a tough spot, but he helped Naruto a lot though with his wood when he went berserk with the nine tails. That wooden jutsu he was doing really helped.
Mm-hmm. Yamato, you a B-lister.
And I could put Yamato in A though too, honestly, because like even with him and Kakashi's like extended history that we find out about later on, like Orochimaru and these other villages, and how like Yamato was a test subject and like got this wood style through like these experiments that Orochimaru created, and like Kakashi finds this out and like lets him live. Like I don't know, I like that deeper connection that they have.
Him. I don't like him more than Lee though.
Okay, that's fine. I agree. I think we undersold Lee a little bit, but you know,
we can. I'm not going to disrespect Cheyenne.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree. We can put him at B. I do like Yamato though. I think Yamato's a cool character.
I mean, I don't really care about these guys. I mean, like,
Harurumo.
I never cared about the alien people. I mean,
I know. That's what I'm saying. The ending was definitely rushed. And this was one of the parts that was rushed. They should have took more time.
Sage of Six Pass,
introducing these people, because the Sage of Six Pass was just supposed to be like some fairy tale.
Honestly, I'm gonna give him D, man.
The whole series.
I'm gonna give him with
we needed more. We
needed more. Yeah, we definitely needed more. At least for me. Yeah,
I couldn't really understand. Like, you know,
if we're talking power, like, they're obviously gods, but
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Okay. Tamari, you know what? Tamari is one of the better girls. I like her.
Tamari is a better girl. For sure,
she was savage as a kid. I like that though.
She beat the shit out of 10-10.
10-10? She threw in the air.
She disrespected 10-10. That was ultimate disrespect though.
Here's the thing. 10-10 was like, I want to be like one of the legendary Sani, Lady Tsunade. She never met Tsunade in the anime. Oh my god,
bro.
Another mistake.
It's like some of the female characters Kishimoto was just like throwing them in there just to fuck around.
Bro,
like it wasn't even like he was being serious about it.
Like I'm not gonna lie to you, 10-10 kind of lost. You knew 10-10 was gonna be nothing once everyone else was able to throw kunai and stuff. Like
10-10 is such an embarrassment to the series. Like
10-10's like people with devil fruit powers like trying to fight like people with or like it's like the Navy people trying to fight a Logia type user. You know what I'm saying? Man. Like they're doing all this. They're doing all this normal, like, you know, it's just like normal fighting. Like that's like her.
True.
We'll put Tamari's like a C, I guess. Like
C, B. I like Tamari. Tamari's
like,
cool.
Right, it should be over Sai. That should be over Tsunade too. All right. Hanzo the Salamander.
F got nothing from him. Who cares?
I don't care about Hanzo. He was alright, I guess.
Pain killed his ass.
Yeah. Jugo, I never really cared about.
Yeah, I didn't really care about people Sasuke was with.
Jugo
I felt bad for the girl though, because
Karen's cool. Yeah, her backstory was sad.
Right.
People just bite her just to.
Yeah,
she got Uzumaki.
Yeah, she got Uzumaki. Yeah, cool.
Be bottom D, I guess.
Uzumaki clan.
Kimimaru,
the bone guy, Drunken Fist.
Yeah. The only thing cool he added was letting us see Lee fight with the Drunken Fist. That was really it. And like see Gaara like post like becoming like a normal, I guess you would say in quotation marks, not normal, but you know what I'm saying, post like becoming like a reformed character.
True.
We got 2 more left because these are already on the board.
Put him in the dumpster.
You don't like Kamohamaru?
No, I hate Konohamaru.
Really?
He's so so underwhelming. It's like, bro.
Oh man. Okay.
I don't know. I think
I
he
don't
was.
feel strongly about it to defend it. I'm just like,
I think the
damn.
concept was of him is cool, like Naruto's like a little apprentice, but I feel like it was just like I don't know.
I didn't know there was kind of hungry out there like that, man. Like,
I feel like I mean I'm going off like Boruto now, like seeing where he is now. It's like
okay. See there.
it's like where was the progression? I don't know. I feel like there was, but it wasn't. But even like OG Naruto, like, he was cool, I guess. Like Naruto taught him the sexy jutsu, but like that was like it.
We see Josh.
No, I was agreeing with Noah. Like he did perform the sexy jutsu.
That's what I'm saying. Naruto taught him the sexy jutsu, and like that was like their only like interaction, really.
Hey, man, he
beat a pain member. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he beat
so
the
stupid,
pain
man.
member.
Yo, that's so stupid. Like,
crazy.
Every time I do a power scaling with friends for this series, I'm like, how did he do that?
Yeah, like come on, bro.
Like this doesn't make any sense.
No
I'm like,
sense.
oh, he took down the pain. I'm like, who cares? I'm, anyway. Last one, Kankuro. Kankuro is another slept-on character like Shino.
I agree, actually, and I think if Kankuro got more screen time, I think he'd be even like, higher on the ranking list because I liked his idea.
These four are like those characters that should have got more screen time. Like I love all four of these people.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Man, Hiruzen, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, get him out of there.
He's not a good Hokage.
He's really a terrible. You can drop him D. He's really a terrible person. I think Hinata is getting a little disrespected here. I think she should move up to C.
I'm not going to disrespect Cheyenne, but hey, man, look, this is a pretty good list. I think it's fine.
Yeah, and just let everybody know though, this is based off of like likeness.
That's how we feel about the character.
Yeah. This is just a chill stream. This is a fun one though. I like this one.
Yeah, it's fun. More relaxed.
Naruto, Shikamaru, Kakashi, Jaraya, Obito, Itachi, Guy, and Aruka are S tiers, and everyone else is below them. So pretty cool. 10-10, bottom of the barrel.
10-10, bottom of the barrel. Put Donzo down there. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
There you go.
But yeah, there you go. All right, there you have it. That is our stream. It was just a little under 2 hours. It was all
longer
fun.
one.
Yeah, but it's fun to listen to. Thank you for listening and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. Join us next week where we will talk about whatever we feel like it, because we are the Anime Club where we talk about anime, sometimes video games. We'll get to it. Subscribe to our channel. Follow the pages in Twitter pages in the description, but down below. We appreciate every little bit, and please follow our social medias that's on the screen. Josh, where can people find you?
Yep, you guys can follow me on Twitch right below as swoop_RD_. I live stream sports. I'm going to start doing playoff games. And then I'll talk about anime and also play Pokemon and other video games from time to time. After you guys can follow me there. And also on social media at SANN_CHEZZ. That's my Instagram, and 3 Z's on Twitter. So that's where you guys can follow me.
All right. How about you now?
You guys can find me at Soft No on Twitch, Twitter, Instagram. The No is with zeros, and yeah.
All right, you can find me at 8 Ball Bangers, literally 8 and then Ball Bangers, and you can follow the channel at Silent Podcast or on Twitter, Silent_Podcast. We have plenty of other new fun stuff to talk about this week as far as other podcasters talking about television and TV shows and all that fun stuff. So, subscribe, follow, and all that fun stuff. And thank you for watching. Have a good one. See you next week. Bye.